the Russian State Circus Company presents a documentary project, Circus as a Social Tool. We routinely speak about the circus with a sense of irony and fairly dismissively. What kind of circus is this? This is like a free circus show. Or even the classic, the circus is gone, but the clowns have stayed behind. The question becomes, how fair are such expressions when it comes to this most important of all arts, perhaps the most important after the cinema? Then again, why would people today need the circus?
As a social phenomenon, the circus is like a wise and kind teacher who can only teach interesting and good things. The circus is a guide, an educator. Our performers are role models of strength, courage and skill.
Here we are in the center of circus arts. For more than 40 years, both young and old performers have come here to rehearse their shows and prepare new performances. Here we have young people who must invigorate and breathe new life into the Russian State Circus Company, so that we can strike a balance between old masters and new talent. The young people must learn from the veterans, so that they can inherit their skills and learn to adore and understand the circus. As the veterans leave us, they must teach the young people to love the circus as much as they do. These 9-year-old girls were ordinary schoolgirls just last year. Today they're performers in the Russian State Circus Company, stars of the Icarian Games, a genre that has almost been forgotten. Oleg Marchenko, who oversees this recreation, had wanted to reintroduce it to the Russian circus for a long time. He traveled to many different cities in search of talent until he found Maya, Katya and Ayana. We know from experience that we're better off with young children who've never trained before. They are easier to train in the circus tradition, which has historically preferred to take ordinary children into training. In this genre, we've been allowed to hire and train children who are just 7 or 8 years old. The parents are happy that their girls are here. They know that this profession will help keep the girls on the straight and narrow, which is a good thing today. The parents know that they will be getting the right kind of education. The circus helps young people to grow up healthily, beautifully, and with strong willpower. They are the future of Russia. After a year of hard work, the acrobats debuted with a performance called Olympic Games to great success in the arena of the Center of Circus Arts. The girls say that their classmates envy them, and they come to their rehearsals every day after school, knowing full well why they need to do it.
We like performing. We like going to different countries. We like making people happy. Yes, we do.
Of course, young people like them aren't thinking about retiring just yet. The circus profession, however, is quite hazardous, and so circus performers retire young, often before they turn 40. Yet many of them don't leave the circus art for years, and yet others surrender their spot in the limelight to young people and teach them so that the tradition lives on. And when you see that, you really can't tell who is luckier, the pupils or their mentors.
It was my grandfather who first took me to the circus, and he taught me how to juggle. I went to trials in Voronezh. Sergei Ignatov saw me and said that I could juggle like God. He said that he had to do some work with my hands, and then I'd turn into a great juggler.
Diana's teacher and trainer is Sergei Ignatov, People's Artist of Russia, a renowned juggler and winner of the prestigious Silver Clown Award at the Monte Carlo Circus Festival. Over this past month, I've taught her to think like I do. I know how to do it all. That is, I think I know. I tell her to extend fingers, lift up her wrist or shoulder. So she is thinking now as if through me, and she's doing very well. Life is life, and not every child can realize his or her dream of watching a professional circus performance, let alone performing in the ring themselves. But if someone has a sincere wish, sooner or later this wish just must come true for every child. It is his or her right to a miracle. Every month, the Russian State Circus Company gives a charity performance in more than 40 regions in Russia. For children from large families, orphans and disabled kids. This has become a much-loved tradition.
When I worked in the Tyumen circus, we did a lot of charity work. I'd buy gifts and presents for the children. That's because I had a large family. I grew up in a village in a big family, so I know that things like this make the children really happy.
Everyone likes going to the circus, and so circus shows must be affordable. Today, tickets to almost all circus shows, except perhaps in Moscow and St. Petersburg, are quite affordable. In regional centers, tickets cost from 200 to 800 rubles, and because of this, the circus community has to pay for quite a lot from their own pockets, and expenses are growing all the time. We are a state company, so we have some social responsibilities. We can't make our tickets as expensive as in, say, Cirque du Soleil, where they cost up to 10 to 15,000 rubles. And therefore we have a paradox. On the one hand, we must bring profits to the state, and on the other hand, we must make our performances affordable for ordinary spectators. In addition to providing affordable tickets, the circus community also respects its audience through special projects. One such project was started in Yaroslavl, where in a recently renovated building, the local troupe organizes social shows. The organizers of this project wanted to create happiness for children with serious health conditions and children from underprivileged families. The goal is to make the children believe in themselves and feel they are liked and treasured. The project has various programs, including the Dr. Circus program, when circus performances are used as a form of therapy.
When a child comes to a circus performance and communicates with the animals, he or she experiences lots of positive emotions. Some sick children even get better. Previously, we didn't have dolphins in the circus, but now that some circus buildings have pools, we have dolphin displays too.
When children can't come to the circus, then the circus travels to orphanages and hospitals. Circus performers are accompanied by other famous people, artists, athletes, and TV hosts. The Russian State Circus Company also participates in regional and federal charity events. One of the most successful projects is the Night of Museums project in Moscow. A show celebrating the anniversary of the Battle of Stalingrad was a triumph. The circus family respects and treasures its senior ranks, its war and work veterans. They are always guests of honor at circus performances.
Even if the show starts at 11 and you tell them to come at 11, they're usually there at 9. They're happy to just sit and wait. Please let us in, they say. And we tell them, we said come at 11. But what if you change your mind, they reply. Can you imagine how much they love the circus? Do you like it? Oh yes, very much, of course. It's incredible, amazing. Excellent, it's so spectacular. I clapped so much, my hands got sore. Oh, it was brilliant. I'm so glad I came. Words just can't express how I feel.
As part of its military-themed social projects, the Russian State Circus Company will soon arrange performances for those who serve Russia and can't come to a circus performance in town.
Back in Soviet times, there were the so-called stage circuses. They performed in community clubs, military clubs, and even in villages. Wherever there was a stage they could use. We're working on bringing this tradition back, and our stage circus troupes will soon be travelling to military bases.
We hope that these socially significant programs will help do away with another silly saying we have in Russia, which goes, those who served in the army would not even laugh in the circus. But jokes aside, the circus community is always happy to come and help someone who is bored or sad, who needs some joy and fire in their life. The circus people give their audiences love and entertainment. And what do they want in return? Happy smiles and applause. Konstantin Stanislavski, a great theatre figure, called the circus the best place on earth. We could take Stanislavski's word for it, or better yet, we could go to another circus performance.